Prime Minister, we heard a recording this week. I'm going to come to your response right after this, Prime Minister, but we heard a recording this week about two individuals out of Africa who are planning to sue Marvelous Mike and Antigua Airways, and since Antigua and Barbuda was a 20% shareholder, I guess they want to incorporate Antigua and Barbuda into the lawsuit as well. Again, I am of the opinion.
I didn't read that they're incorporating Antigua and Barbuda. My understanding is that these two so-called potential shareholders of Antigua Airways, that they're saying that Marvelous Mike and Samson, who is the head of the Antigua Barbuda Nigerian Chamber of Commerce, they're saying that they were not given their shares. Now, at no point we were told that there were any other investors involved. But even if there were others involved, it would have been an arrangement between Marvelous Mike, Samson, and them. It had nothing to do with the government of Antigua and Barbuda. What we did, we listed Antigua Airways as a CIP investment. And in that case, they could have gotten up to 10 CIP files for their investment, and that would have given the government a 20% share. Now, that is Marvelous Mike and Samson, could have then gotten individuals to put in money, and those individuals would become citizens based on the 10 files that we made available. So, legitimately, they could have done so. The issue is whether they took money and didn't deliver on those on that offer. We can't vouch for that, but it doesn't make it an illegitimate transaction. And this idea too, because DJ Eliza wrote about it, in which she's saying that anybody can get our passports, and suggesting that there's something illegitimate about it. That's not true. Those individuals would have had to go through the same process of due diligence. And they would have had to have made the investment into Antigua Airways. So let's say they put in about $400,000, for example. They will qualify as an investor in Antigua Airways and become a citizen, subject to due diligence. That is how the law is structured.
Okay.
So there's nothing illegal about it. And the fight between those two investors really has nothing to do with the government. They are saying that Marvelous Mike and Samson cut them out of the process. Now, Marvelous Mike and Samson say it's not true. So that's a matter for them. It really has nothing to do with the Antiguan government.
Okay.
In essence, Antigua Airways is practically a defunct entity at this point, because, we are very gun-shy about continuing those charters because of what happened. We ended up with these opportunistic migrants who came into the country and decided they didn't want to leave. As you know, we have gotten a decision from the IOM and the UNHCR. They should have individuals on the ground shortly, in which they're helping us to do this needs assessment to determine the needs of these immigrants. You can probably call them economic immigrants, and to determine, how many may wish to leave, how many may wish to stay, and at the same time, to look at their skills and to help us to the due diligence, or let's say a deeper dive into the due diligence to see if any of them have any criminal background, and in that case, we'll have to certainly repatriate them. So it shows very clearly that there's nothing to hide. We're bringing in international agencies